Whoa, bright light.
Whoa, welcome everybody. Wow, welcome to the Two Dumb Yinzers. This is episode 350. 350, 350. Mike, what's going on, brother?
Oh man, I'm surprised we've made it to the 350.
I'm surprised we haven't killed one another
Eh,
sometime between 1 and 350, but here we are.
you know, it might happen. It's bound to happen at some point. I mean, shit, you know.
Oh, yes. I just want to touch base before we start. Today, episode 350 is going to be the last show before we go on vacation. This is going to be the first vacation that's been taken here by us. And what the deal is going to be is this. We're going to finish up the show today. And then we will still have content on our sites through tomorrow and through Saturday, all the way up till just when the USFL championship game is over. And then after that, the show officially goes on full vacation. So basically, Sunday through Sunday, we will be off. And we'll be picking back up on July 10th, Monday, July 10th, the regular time. We'll be back at it full speed ahead via the show, via the content, everything else that comes along with it. So from Sunday to Sunday, the Two Dumb Yinzers will probably be at the Outer Banks or somewhere like this that Yinzers tend to travel to and vacate at. But Mike, we have a show. We have a show to do before we take vacation. Mike's already got his pants off. I don't know if anybody knows this, but he has already got his pants off on his way to vacation.
I got my sleepy pants on. I got my comfy pants on. Okay. And I didn't go full pantsless.
He is highly anticipating this vacation. Derpy, I don't know where Derpy is. He's missing in action. I'm guessing for Derpy, he's probably up there trying his new furry costume on because it is furry weekend up in Pittsburgh. Or he died by way of air pollution.
He probably could have. It's my God. He's in Ohio. I'm in Ohio. In this area in Ohio and in Western PA. Oh my Lord. Driving to work. I'm like, is this fog? I'm like, nope, that's some smoke.
It smells like, you know what it smells like to me? It smells like that like PVC glue. Mm-hmm. If you were doing plumbing and the glue that you put on the pipes before you put the elbow on, it smells like that to me. It smells like PVC glue, that adhesive.
Yeah. It's something. It's something special.
It gets me. You got the smoke coming all the way from Canada, apparently, going to New York City. But when the train exploded in Ohio, if you lived outside of like 5 miles, they're like, "Oh, you're okay. It won't travel. Don't worry."
Well, this is just fire smoke. Apparently, it's a little bit better for you than like hazardous materials. Yeah. My whole thing is, why in these Canadian wildfires, grab a bunch of weed, throw it down, let that come down here and let it chill America out. We need to chill out. So just throw some weed down there, Canada. Okay.
Something to cover up that plastic smell. What is that? It smells like
I don't know,
burning
but
diapers up there.
I'm breathing this stuff in and I'm like, I'm getting cigarette cravings and I stopped smoking like 5 years ago.
I was getting nauseated yesterday. I
need a cigarette now because all this like this, it just keeps hitting me. I'm like, my lungs used to be filled with smoke and now they're missing it. Apparently, I don't like it.
I got nauseated. About a half hour yesterday. I drove and I went somewhere and I came back. When I came back, I felt nauseated. It was nauseating.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Mike, do start us off with some. Between the Reilly Smith trade and the draft. Do start us off with your take on the Pittsburgh Penguins, the state of the Penguins this morning, would you?
I'm kind of excited. The Reilly Smith trade, I kind of like. Yeah, he's older. Yeah, he's 32, but he still has 2 years left on his contract this year and next year coming up at $5 million per year for the annual average value. So that's actually kind of cheap. Getting someone that's more or less going to score you 20 goals a year. I have his stats up right here. 26 goals last year, 16 the year before, 14 the year before, 27 the year before that, 19, 22. Those are all the years that he was in Vegas. So he's going to score you're going to get close to 20 goals from him. Every year he's scoring, oh my God, like shorthanded goals every year that he's been with Vegas. Last year he had 4 shorthanded goals, 4 game-winning goals. Good player.
What
This
line
is
did
good.
he ride with, Mike, when in Vegas? What line was he on?
I'm not sure. I know
Okay.
here they're looking at him as a top 6 forward,
Okay.
but someone who can play left side and the right. They like him there. This is someone too that I've been everything that I read just to make sure I remember everything correctly. He can play anywhere in the lineup, either wing, top 6, bottom 6. You put him in.
The question is, can he play goalie?
That is the question.
Yeah.
But no, I like this move. He's always been he's a good player, man. Good player. Ever since he became a full-time starter in 2013, 2014, his lowest goal total was 13.
Okay.
He's consistently.
We need goals, man.
Yeah, he's consistently or close to close to a 20 goal scorer, and that's still a good mark to reach in the NHL. 20 goal plateau, that's good. You're putting up numbers. Point totals, he's going to get you 50, 60 points a year. That's not bad for someone who's not Sidney Crosby, not a Getty Malkin, Connor McDavid. He's the guy. This is the guy you need. He's a good depth player, someone who can play left, right, up and down the lineup. It's a good pick. Yeah, like I said, he's old, coming to a team that's already old. But I think right now they're probably worried they might not be able to extend Jason Zucker. So this right here, get someone who's still under contract, who you're not going to have to pay big money to on the free agent market. If you lose Zucker, okay, we have someone that we can plug and play right away. So I like it. It's a good move. Everything I've read saying is pointing to that this is actually a smart move. It makes sense. It's not like Granlund coming in and not being able to score. This guy scores. We got the tracker. He scores. The shooting percentage isn't bad. His average shooting percentage for his career is 12%. Last year he was almost about 14 and a half. That's a pretty good shooting percentage. 14 and a half.
And what we had to give up for him, was this worth it?
Third round pick.
Third round pick next year's draft.
Next year, yeah, we gave up a second this year to get Granlund, who's done nothing.
Yeah,
who can't score. So we gave up a later round pick for a guy who can score consistently. We see. I like it.
So we like this move.
I like this move. There's someone he can play on the power or play on the penalty kills. That's a plus too.
The other part of this is we had the 14th pick in day 1 of the NHL draft. There was no surprise at number 1, of course. Chicago got their man, but the Pittsburgh Penguins in 14 get this Brayden Yager. Do we know anything about Brayden Yager?
Only there's like a handful of people that are hockey draft prospect experts, and I'm not one of them. But what I've read from the people who are experts is this kid has a nasty shot.
Okay.
Highlights I've seen, it is a nasty shot, a nasty release. He's not afraid to shoot. Plays center. He's been working on his defensive game to become a complete player. He models his game after Sidney Crosby. He said that. He's like, I model the way I play after Sidney Crosby, which, in this draft, a lot of people have said,
Yeah.
That's how you've been in the league a long time. You put in impact. People are modeling your game after him. I read, he's a little undersized, 6 foot, 166 pounds, but he'll fill out, he'll bulk up.
Yeah.
So he'll be fine there. His skating is above average, nothing elite, nothing. He's not going to be like Crosby or Malkin in his prime or Connor McDavid, blow people away, but good hockey sense. He's becoming more defensive responsible. He play 2 ways, which, in the NHL now, if you don't have any defensive skills, good luck. Unless you're Phil Kessel, people aren't going to, you got to be able to score a lot like Kessel and Ovechkin to have defensive lapses. But what I read is he's not a puck watcher. He will track his man through the zone, through the neutral zone, through the defensive zone. And like I said, man, nasty shot. And what they Penguins said, they like how every year his assist total doubled. So, and that was another thing that they said, like I read in scouting reports, is he's not the flashiest passer. He's not going to be creative with his passes. He's going to take what's given to him.
So let me ask you this. So day 1 of the draft, we get this kid. He sounds pretty good at number 14. We pick up Reilly Smith, the forward from the Golden Knights, of course, who just won the Stanley Cup, which is always a good thing. what do you grade yesterday overall? Is just as far as the Penguins organization. Do you give it a passing grade then, I guess?
I give it a passing grade. Yeah, you're getting someone in Reilly Smith who's going to be here immediately. And in the NHL, even though you were a first round draft pick, unless you're like one of the top 5 guys, it's going to take you a few years to get to the
Right.
NHL. So he's probably going to be like 21 by the time he gets here. So about like
As
3
we
years,
said,
he'll be here. He won't be, Crosby, Malcolm Letang might be done by that point.
right.
And the window for these guys to like have a serious run for a championship is closed.
And as we said about a week ago,
but they can still be a competitive team that might, if they get hot, can make a run for it.
Hockey isn't quite like like football when it comes to draft time. You'll see these guys when they're good and ready.
Yeah.
I just want to turn your attention to the board real quick, Mike. This is Rob, our longtime caller of the show. I notice he's making jokes about somebody on the show that looks like Santa Claus. I don't know who he's talking about, but feel free to comment back to Rob when you get a chance. How you doing, brother? Long time no see.
What up, Rob? My goodness, blast from the past. Been a minute.
Yes. So here we are, guys. Pittsburgh Penguins looking good. Things are going our way. Pittsburgh Penguin season is right around the corner. We just released a schedule on our sites the other day. It is readily available for you to check out there, as long as wherever else Pittsburgh Penguin schedules might be available. Mike, I do want to talk a little bit about this Pittsburgh Pirates team. The Pirates have won a series. Yes, that's right. The Pittsburgh Pirates have won a series. They've already won 2-0 over the San Diego Padres, who they play game 3 today in about a half hour from now, 12:35. They will kick off game 3 of this 3-game set before they welcome the Milwaukee Brewers to town tomorrow. Mike, we could have listen. Let me give you the standings. Okay, the Reds are in first place. Milwaukee Brewers are a half game out. The Cubs fell to 4.5 out. We're 5 games. We're only a half game behind the Cubbies, and then the Cardinals dropped the game to 9. So we have one more game against the Padres, who we just been manhandling. If you recall, 9-4 2 days ago, and 7-1 yesterday. If we could pull this sweep, and these are big ifs,
but
if we could pull this sweep and then end out, we got Milwaukee coming to town tomorrow. We got swept by them in Milwaukee, but you like to think that won't happen here in Pittsburgh. It's totally possible that it will happen here, but we hope it's not going to happen here. So if the Pirates could finish this sweep off, if they could beat San Diego today and have a little bit of luck possibly at home over the weekend against the Brewers, again, 5 games out, if you're playing decent ball, isn't a lot.
Yeah.
If you're playing the baseball that the Pirates played in May and a little bit through this month, it could be worrisome, but maybe, just maybe, this series, coming back and winning a couple games can be encouraging to the team and maybe come out and perform a little bit better. And the one thing that I do think that we have going in our favor, Mike, is we have the young guns. We have this team of young guns. Listen, the starters aren't hitting. Castro didn't have a hit. Hedges didn't have a hit. But let me tell you who had hits. Davis had 2. He went 2 for 4.
Yep.
Okay. Henry Davis went 2 for 4 with 1 run and 2 RBIs. Gonzalez went 1 for 3 with a run. And Jared Trioli, who we just called up yesterday to take the place of Brian Hayes, who went on the 10-day IL.
Oh, well, I didn't see that.
It's retro back to the 25th of May. Okay. So we got a couple days cut off for us.
Yeah.
But yes, Hayes is sitting down for a few days. So they called Jared Triolo up. Jared Triolo comes up yesterday, plays an amazing game at third base. His kid's glove didn't skip a beat. Yeah, Brian Hayes has one of the best gloves in the league. But you know what? Triolo did not skip a beat. He came in, made great plays. He made a great play to finish out the game. It was a shot down the line. He did a backhand, turned around, fired across the infield, and he brought a hit to the table. Again, this is something that our starters, as for example, Castro and Hedges and these other guys, aren't doing. Like these 3 young guns, they came out. Jamon Choi had his rehab start down in Altoona, which means he's going to be coming back soon. So you get him back in the lineup, and it's not going to be long till you could possibly get your O'Neal Cruz back. Maybe, another 6 weeks or so, give or take. But if, listen, as I said, 5 games is not a far way out of first place if you're playing decent ball, if you're a decent ball team. And in this division, that's not that far at all, because you could see this division, with the exception of the Cardinals, I think everybody's been in first place so far. So
you're right. Yeah, everyone has shared first place.
They really have. So here's what I'm saying. Get this sweep today. This game starts in 32 minutes. It's a matchup between, get this, Luis Ortiz. He's coming in with a 2-3, had 3.74 ERA and 31 Ks. But his counterpart, Joe Musgrove, you might recognize this name, because he was a Pirate. Joe Musgrove down in San Diego's got a 6-2 record, a 3.88 ERA, and 55 Ks on the season. But you know what? He's totally beatable. He's totally beatable. This San Diego team is totally beatable.
They are. They're, Pittsburgh got lucky. We got lucky. We're playing a team that's like at our level. I've said that before. There's, the tiers of the teams, man. We're not an upper echelon team. We're that middle of the pack, and that's where our division is. And if we can just do enough against our division rivals and other teams. Yes, buddy, Siren Head, 1 second. And, do well against, teams from outside our division that are our level, we might just do enough to sneak into a wild card or division or win the division.
It's going to be easier to win our division.
I think
imagine the wild card teams are probably going to have a better record than our division leader is. But we'll take it. We'll take it. A couple other notes, Mike. Mitch Keller pitched another damn good game yesterday.
Really good game.
As he moves his record to 9-3 with looks like 2 more starts before the All-Star break. There's a great chance that Mitch Keller can be going to Seattle for this All-Star game. He pitched 6 innings yesterday, gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 5 Ks. Moves his record again as to 9-3, by far the best record on this team. And you know what? The team backed him up as far as hitting as well. Again, we mentioned Gonzalez, Triola, Davis, Santana, Andrew McCutchen.
He's tied. There's first, second. He's tied 4th in wins in the MLB. So not bad. So he really should be going into that All-Star game. I think he's our best bet to have as the representative.
And you know what I'm saying? If you take X amount of pitchers, he has to be, because he's the 4th best pitcher in the National League. It would be weird if he didn't get picked.
Actually, he's won. He's 4th. If the 4th best for wins, he's in damn good year.
Here's one for you, Jack Sawinski, who didn't get a hit last night. So let me give you the scoop on this story. Jack Sawinski's last 4 hits, dating back to June 11th, are all home runs. Of course,
that's impressive, actually.
And here's the thing: I don't want to call him too much anything else, because he didn't only go 0 for 2 yesterday, but he did have 2 walks. He got walked twice, and he also scored a run. So it wasn't like he wasn't productive.
Yeah.
But yes, his last 4 hits going back to June 11th have all been home runs. So, if there's any question on which guy the home run hitter on this team is, it's the guy with 16 home runs. And like I said, we got 10 games. We got about 10 games left till the All-Star break. Can he get close to 20? And if he could get close to 20, what's that gonna, what's that gonna shake out as at the end of the year?
Yeah.
You gotta like what Jack does. Jack is what Jack is. Jack is the modern day Pedro Alvarez.
He is. You know what? And I'm okay with that.
I am too. Especially when you don't have a lot of other things going on.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of other things going on. We need a power hitter, and best we can do right now. When you're balling on a budget, you got to do what you got to do.
Yes, for sure.
We're not going to get our power hitters not going to be hitting like 300. He is what he is at this point.
The Pirates are 37-42. Padres dropped to 37-43. So we are now a half game better than the Padres. We came into this thing a game and a half behind them. So we're gaining ground.
We're making our way.
Making our way downtown. So again, this game starts 12:35. And another thing I did want to point out before we skipped out of hockey is the day 2 of the draft already started. It started about 11 o'clock this morning. So if you want to follow that, the draft did start this morning.
Yeah, Penguins, we don't pick until the 3rd round because our 2nd round pick this year is Marcus Granlund.
Yeah.
Woo. It's a rough one.
That's a rough one.
Look, though, I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Dubas tries to make some trades. Stuff I've read that it was like, the easiest way now to add talent is through trades because people are locking up these young players. Once their first contract's done, they're signing them to longer term deals. And it's cheaper to make trades than it is to sign off the free agent market.
You got to go with the flow of the league.
For salary cap. They were saying like for salary cap purposes, it's going to be cheaper to make trades. Now that's going to be the new thing is
you got to go with the flow of the league. What works? Yeah. See what the Steelers did in the 70s wasn't working in 2022.
Yeah.
And you have to, you got to figure out what the league is doing, what's working, what teams are showing up in the Super Bowl and kind of mimicking what it is that they do. It is what it is.
It's going to be, I'm so excited for new leadership with the Penguins, especially after what we had before, with Hextall being afraid to make moves. I want to see what Dubas does. If he makes moves and they don't work out, that's fine. You're trying something.
What a nightmare the Hextall era was.
That was.
Nobody's gonna miss that period of time.
No, I miss the Craig Patrick era, the height of the Craig Patrick era, and the height of the Jim Rutherford era. Because you never know what was going to happen. Like
Jim Rutherford, that was fun.
Jim Rutherford, I'm going to make a trade. Oh, it didn't work out. Okay, I'm going to trade this guy that we just traded for in 3 weeks because it's not working out. I loved it.
Was a fan of Rutherford for sure. Also, Mike, the big mystery. What is the big mystery? Over on the Steelers,
I know.
Twitter, over on their this is what comes up yesterday. They think I'm hiding in the shadows, but I am the shadows. And it's a cryptic post.
Mm-hmm.
People are speculating, is it an alternative uniform? Is it an alternate helmet? Is it block letters? Is it the rogue uniforms from the Batman movie? Because it has a Batman feel to it.
It does. It does.
What do you make of this, Mike? This mystery that's been put out there by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm going with what one commenter said.
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers are signing Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck. I would be cool with that.
I saw some people speculate that it's JJ Watt is being signed. Well, that's not going to happen. I announced that he's going to be working with CBS.
Yeah.
So I think it might be a jersey, a new jersey that they will be wearing this year. And I hope it is the Bumblebee ones, the worst uniforms I've ever seen in my life. The Bumblebees. I want them to wear the Bumblebees.
Well, everybody's gone back to a yellow jersey. I think the Penguins went back to their yellow jersey.
Mm-hmm.
The Pirates with the yellow jersey, and just maybe the Steelers might go back to a Bumblebee or something with more yellow in it.
Yeah, I just for one game bring out the old Bumblebee striped ones that were hideous that I loved. I loved them. They were so bad that I loved them. I want more of them, but I think it might be a jersey.
Again, the clues though.
Or Big Ben's coming out of retirement, baby.
They think I'm hiding in the shadow. Who thinks they're hiding in the shadows? This is so hard to figure out. They think that I'm hiding in the shadows. Apparently we do.
Came Hayward's playoff ability.
Yeah. They think I'm hiding in the shadows, but I am the shadows. Maybe it's a gray, like a I don't know.
Is wear a gray monotone.
Yeah. It's something.
It better not. If it's something stupid, I'm not going to be so disappointed.
I know.
Maybe this is their way of announcing there's going to be another major signing. It's Omar Khan just lurking in the shadows, picking people up off the streets.
That was one of my first things. I thought maybe it's going to be
somehow he landed he's going to sign DeAndre Hopkins and Dalvin Cook to veteran minimum contract somehow.
Really pissed that Jets team off.
Right. And I'm surprised I haven't read that. The way some of our fellow Steeler fans on Twitter get a little excitable. I'm surprised that wasn't thrown out there.
Yeah.
I'm starting to come around on Steelers Twitter.
Are you?
Not really, but I'm trying to put on a brave face.
Yeah.
Because I wish I had their level of excitement and exuberance about
You got to kind of force
sports ending.
yourself sometime. I don't know.
Yeah, but then sometimes like because some of the things that they say are totally illogical. But I remember I used to be the guy saying that,
You're right.
and now I can't go back to that guy. But I wish I could because it's fun. It's fun. Sports supposed to be fun, and I become too cynical.
I'm just thinking to myself, if them two guys end up on the Jets, we might have some
Yeah.
problems.
Well, because I know Delvin Cook kind of wants to swing it to where, hey, let's go.
Yeah.
I did see a tweet. I think it's from I forget who it was. It might have been Will Compton. He's he played football. He's like the forever
Yeah.
free agent guy. He I think it was him. He tweeted up the list of all, or he retweeted a tweet of all the available free agents. And it was a pretty damn good team of everyone that's out there. And he was
Yeah.
like, maybe how about we just expand and have all the free agents who aren't signed, they just join this team. And that caused me to think, like, my God, I could see the NFL expanding to 34 teams.
Yeah. Well, hey, we see.
That would be wild. They could do it. People will go and watch. The XFL and the USFL prove that people will show up.
Speaking of USFL, Mike, we have the championship game between the Pittsburgh Maulers and the Birmingham Stallions. Just over 2 days away. 8:00 this evening will be 48 hours. The countdown is on. The only matchup that these two teams had against one another was back in week four of the season. The Stallions come up to Canton. They win the game 24-20. The Maulers, they want their revenge, and guess what? You got it. You have it. You have it coming in the way of the USFL championship. So not only do you beat these guys, the revenge is sweet because you even the score. But if you win this game, you are the champion. You are the champion of the USFL. There's only been so many champions of the USFL. So if this league ever becomes, big or does anything or, becomes something bigger than it is, your name will always be there, just like the New York Jets was back in the beginning. So no matter what, you could always look back at the Jets and say, you know what, if we stink every year after we win,
we got this going
for the Jets winning that third Super Bowl. So
that would be wild. I hope they're able to pull it off.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Maybe Boogie Roberts needs to predict a victory like Joe Namath did back in 69.
No. See, that will backfire on us.
Yeah, we can't do that.
We can't do that. We can't guarantee victory. Because that offense is scary that we're going against.
Yes. Magoo, he's tough. It's going to be a good game. But you know what? This team is beatable. They've lost. And again, we only lost by 4 points to them. Yep. We're not that bad of a squad ourselves. We have the number one defense in the league. And of course, the Birmingham Stallions have the number one offense in the league. So somehow neutralize that and figure out a way to put points on the board. We might be all right. Should be a good game. You would think that the USFL would want a good game. So if anything, maybe they'll give a call down to the referees a couple times during the game, and let's make this happen, guys. But
make the calls. Anything to get us a championship. Lie, cheat, steal, win, baby.
The thing is about football, there's a holding on every play. There's grabbing on every play by DBs. It just depends on when the referees want to call it.
Yeah, exactly. Or players are known like, we know he does this every play. We're not going to flag him for it. I love that logic too. It makes me laugh.
It's acceptable because he's doing it. The first ACC SEC challenge this year, Mike. The ACC in college hoops is playing the SEC in November. The Pitt Panthers, I think this might even be for the first time ever, is playing Missouri.
Wow.
And if you would go down through the list, I believe I had put it up yesterday.
I saw it.
Has all the ACC teams and all the SEC teams that they're playing. This is something new, something that they're doing. It's kind of an exciting thing because it gives you a chance to see some of these SEC teams that you normally don't ever see.
And I also saw, I thought this is what you're going to mention. It must have been someone posted, like it was like the best college atmospheres for basketball. Like Mizzo and Pitt were like 4 and 5.
Yeah, I did see that. They were right ahead of us.
Yeah. And it was like, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
It's going to be good atmosphere. Two teams, hopefully they all play at one neutral site. for these classics?
I'm not even sure, man.
I don't know how they work, but you know what? I'm looking forward to it. And the fans are going to show up. They're going to be wild and crazy. It's going to be a good atmosphere. Just want to see who can be crazier.
It's good for college basketball to bring these two conferences together.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think it's really good for Pitt too, because they have a lot of good things going on lately. Yeah. So keep the good stuff coming.
And I saw real quick, they had like the lit rankings, like the top 50 athletic departments. I believe both Pitt and Penn State were on them.
Nice.
Well. Yeah. I know Penn State was pretty high, but I think Pitt should be on there too. They're especially with their AD. She's really turned that whole athletic department around.
And finally, USA Soccer wins Mike 6-0
over St. Kitts, baby.
Well, yeah. Who is this? What is this team?
Some little island, St. Kitts, baby.
St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yeah, two little islands. We dominated 6-0.
6-0. So there you go.
Who's it? We had a guy score a hat trick. Was it Jesus Alvarez?
Jesus Alvarez, yes, it was.
Oh, yes.
And also,
I quickly read the article and I was like, I'll remember that name.
And I will have it up on our sites as well. Again, the Riverhounds also play Saturday night. But you know what? It's gonna be a hard struggle to figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
You want to head down to Highmark Stadium and watch the red hot Riverhounds play, or are you gonna either head up to Ohio or catch it on TV? But we have the USFL Championship again Saturday, 8:00. Mike, why don't you tell everybody about the website?
TwoDumbYinzers.com. Head on over there for all your needs. We have more links than just what's listed here. I think especially the merchandise store where you can buy your Bob Nothing merch. Every time I start pimping it out, the Buccos start winning. So I'm going to keep pimping it out so they win some more. Buy your Bob Nothing merch to let the Pirates owner know that you think he is nothing.
Nothing.
Mike,
I got what I'm going to do today. I'm going to switch it up. We're going to do a Pittsburgh Penguins trivia.
Penguins trivia. Boys. Oh, yeah.
Because, of course, we had the Penguins had a good day yesterday. I give the day an A. I give yesterday an A. I think what they did yesterday was good stuff. So I'm going to give Mike a Pittsburgh Penguins trivia.
I'm ready for it, boys.
Derpy's missing in action, so
Derpy.
He doesn't get the opportunity to try today. So here we go. I'll give you the question. I'll break. If you want choices when I come back, then you could absolutely have them. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Here we go. Which Penguin was the NHL scoring champion 4 years in a row? Which Penguin was the NHL scoring champion 4 years in a row? Go ahead and think that over. And while he does that, we are live, everybody, for 7 days out of the week, every day. This is our summer schedule. Now, the big catch is this. We do go on vacation. We're taking a 1 week break. Today is going to be the last live show. Tomorrow and Saturday, there's still going to be content up on our social media sites. But from Sunday to Sunday, we will be off. The show will not be available from Sunday to Sunday this coming week, but we'll be back Monday, July 10th at our regular time. So keep that in mind. We will still be present over the next couple of days, but again, from Sunday to Sunday, the show will be down and we'll be back the following Monday, which is the 10th at 11:30 a.m. And as usual, the show today will be uploaded at 8:00 in the evening, as it is every day in podcast form over on Spotify. So if you want to check that out. Also, I do want to say this. While we are on our break, feel free to go and check out Spotify. We have all 350 plus episodes and things and all kind of stuff over there you could check out. You could come back here on YouTube, go through everything. Everything we have is available. You could keep yourself occupied and watch some of these. We got some really good stuff from early on. Go back and check that out.
Yeah.
But we will be back. We'll be back doing this, what we're doing right now on Monday, July 10th. All right, Mike. So the question of the day was this. Which Penguin was the NHL scoring champion 4 years in a row? Do you want choices?
No.
All right. You want to hear who the choices were?
Yeah, let me hear the choices.
Crosby, Malkin, Lemieux, and Yager.
Right. The four guys that you would go with.
Yeah. All right. Want to give it a go?
Yeah. Man, this is actually it's a pretty good one because you got to remember Lemieux had to go up against Gretzky. Yager had to go up against some pretty good players as well. So did Crosby and Malkin. They had to go some pretty good players as well. But I'm going to go with Mario Lemieux.
Mario Lemieux.
Because when in doubt with the Pittsburgh Penguins, you go with Lemieux.
I couldn't agree more. I think that's a good approach to take. I'm going to lock you in on Mario.
What should be Yager?
There we go. All right. We are locked in on Mario. Which Penguin was the NHL scoring champion 4 years in a row? Mike says Mario Lemieux. The answer is Jaromir Jagr. Jaromir Jagr did it 4 years in a row.
Motherfucker. I did not say what should be Yager.
So you did know. You knew,
I
you knew
did.
deep
It
down
was like,
inside.
yeah, it's like, it was a toss up between those two.
So there you have it, everybody. Again, we are this will be the last show until next Monday, the 10th of July. And we'll be back at our usual time, as we said. This is episode 350. It's a stepping stone, a monumental show, Mike. 350, huh?
It is a huge milestone.
Huge milestone. Too bad Derpy isn't here to celebrate it with us. I don't know what he's doing, but again, I'm sure he's probably suiting up for his flurry weekend before he heads on his vacation.
Furries, baby.
Mike, do you have anything to say? Any words of wisdom?
I do.
To manifest out to the world before we take our break. I just want
to say, people complaining that the Penguins actually used the first round draft pick, didn't trade to help Crosby and Malkin and Letang. The window's closed, and you do at some point have to start thinking about the future. And these are the same people that complained that the Steelers didn't plan for the future when they had Big Ben at the end. They waited until he retired to have a replacement. The Penguins are doing what you said the Steelers should do, and you're complaining about it. It makes no sense to me. You have to plan for the future, and also at the same time, you can still try and win now and plan for the future at the same time. That's what Kyle Dubas is doing.
We like the new boss so far.
I like it so far.
I like the new boss, do boss.
I like the new boss.
So again, everybody, there will be content through Saturday night, all the way through the championship game. Saturday night, USFL, Maulers, Stallions. Don't forget to check this out. Big stuff. We have a chance for the black and gold to bring home some hardware. Mike, my word is this. There's only 73 days. 73 days, and I'm going to say Justin Strelzik on that until the kickoff of the NFL season between the Steelers and the 49ers.
I like it.
When we come back from break, it's going to be right around Dermonti Dawson. And boy, is that going to be getting that's going to be getting down there, man.
That's what, 2 months.
Wow. So there you have it, everybody. Again, I'll be seeing you here over the social media sites over the next couple of days. But for Mike, myself, Derpy, the two dumb Yinzers, enjoy this next week. Stay safe. For heaven's sakes, stay out of the smog. I don't know what's blowing down from Canada, whatever it is. They're trying to kill us down here. So everybody have a wonderful, wonderful week. And from here at the two dumb Yinzers, we miss you. We'll see you